Let me tell you something I wish somebody had told me on my first day. Being a spy is nothing like you see on TV. Showdowns in exotic locales, death-defying car chases, seemingly limitless food and beverage per diems. Those days are over. What we deal with is the collection and manipulation of information, plain and simple. And thanks to the wonders of telephone communication, we don't even have to leave our desks anymore. Is it fun? Not really. Does it pay well? Well, that depends on how long you've been here. But listen, if you keep your head down and do what's asked of you, 15, 20 years down the line, you could have a nice looking corner office just like this one. Heated underground parking, too. Not too shabby, is it?
I'd rather be a real spy, thanks.
A real spy is someone who gets their information undetected and unseen. No better way to do that than through a telephone. What's your name again?
Numi Kovacs, but you can call me Nooms.
I think I'll pass on that one, as should you. Since it's your first day, let's see what they taught you in the academy. The woman we're about to call is Lacey Mendoza. She's a production manager at our latest competitor, Rev Inc. Our top engineer, a fellow by the name of Sebastian Cartwright, was working on a top secret project when he was abducted along with his plans. We're beginning to think that Cartwright might be involved in whatever they're doing over there at Rev, and possibly against his will. There's 3 things I'm going to need you to find out. 1. Where this test facility is located. 2. What's the easiest point of entry. And 3. Whether or not they have Sebastian. I pulled all the information I could on Lacey and compiled it in this scrapbook. It's not much, but it might help you gild the lily. Any questions?
What's Rev Inc.?
No idea. There's nothing on the books to prove it exists. My guess is that it's just a front for one of the big boys.
Tell me more about Sebastian.
Brilliant engineer. Bit of an eccentric. Has a Jones for clean energy, whatever that is.
How do I use the scrapbook?
It's a scrapbook. You turn the pages with your hands and look through it with your eyes. Then your eyes take what they see to your brain, and your brain uses that to come up with ideas. Though maybe not in your case.
Any advice?
Get her to trust you. Pretend to be someone from her past. Someone she cares for but hasn't kept in touch with. Old classmate, former co-worker, that sort of thing. Whatever you do, don't pretend to be a loan manager. You won't make it past hello.
Enough talk. Let's call her up.
Bliss and blessings unto you and yours. This is Lacey. Who's speaking?
Guess who?
You'll have to forgive me. I'm having some trouble placing you. We haven't heard from outsiders in quite some time.
Only the best roommate you've ever had.
Clara? You sound really different.
So do you. I actually thought you were a man when you first picked up.
Really? Well, it's probably just a bad line or something.
That's probably it.
You're not with Docilio, are you?
Who's Docilio?
Never mind. We've just had a lot of outside interference lately, and we need to be extra careful about who we speak to. So if you really are Clara, I'm going to need some proof. Why don't we start with you telling me the address of our old apartment?
.376 University Ave.
Actually, that was the address for my college dormitory. How could you possibly know that?
I remember everything. You must have told me at some point.
Well, if you remember everything, then you should remember the address that we lived at for 4 years together. What was it?
"42 Overlook Terrace."
Wow, it really is you! But how on earth did you get this number?
Your mother gave it to me.
Stop it right there. I've had it up to here with her meddling. First she writes the newspaper, and now she's got you doing her dirty work?
I'm just worried about your safety.
Safety's the last thing I have to worry about. I'm on a private island with armed guard protection. No way in or out.
Wait, did you say there's no way out?
It's not as bad as you think. There's a ventilation system that leads to a sewer grate, so it's not like we're prisoners. Trust me, it's a great community.
It sounds to me like you're a prisoner.
Prisoner? It's like Sebastian tells us every day. The real prisoners are the ones on the outside.
Do you mean Sebastian Cartwright?
Nice try, but I've already revealed too much to your outsider ears. You'll know when it happens. Until then, trust in Rev.
Wow, 2 out of 3. Not bad for a rookie. Not great either. Maybe in a year or two you'll have what it takes to do this on the regular. Why don't you take a coffee break and then get started on some light clerical work? I think that's more your speed.
Nice haircut.
Better times.
Have you ever thought about growing it back?
Every single day.
So, what should I call you? Barney? Mr. Turner?
Folks around here call me Turn.
Does that mean they're going to start calling me Kova?
No.
All right. Good talk. I'm gonna go get some coffee.
Suit yourself.
Not much competition in this Employee of the Month game, is there?
Not as long as I'm around.
Looks like I'll need a key card to get this thing to work. Outside Intelligence is looking to start a competitive Jai-Alai team to play against the Bellows Bloodhounds. What the heck is Jai-Alai?
It's pronounced Highline.
What the heck is Highlight?
If you don't even know what it is, you're not welcome on the team.
Sure are a lot of people in there. About 50 at least. Locked. Looks like it needs a passcode. That desk's a little tall, isn't it?
It's meant for standing.
Why would anyone want to stand when they could sit?
You'll understand when you're older. Roaming the halls already, are we?
Turns out I could have a break.
Well, now I have to commit 3 of my best agents to undoing the damage you've done with that phone call.
I tried my best.
Oh, I'm sure you did. But to keep this office running as smoothly as possible, perhaps you'll consider making this break a permanent one.
You want me to quit?
Quit, step down, early retirement without benefits. Why get hung up on titles? All that matters is that you're happy. Why don't you think about it and get back to me?
Who are you?
Thornton Penderbrook, Office Manager, Division of Outside Intelligence, Heir Apparent to Penderbrook Motors, International Traveler, Raconteur, and Bon Vivant.
Oh, well, my name's Numi. I'd like to do a field mission.
A field mission? Oh, that's rich! Most of our work is handled over the phone these days. We only have one agent in the field. There's no need for any more.
Is there any situation where I could work in the field?
For that to happen, every single agent in this office would have to become indisposed.
So it is possible then.
If that kind of wild optimism is what you need to continue your interminable existence, far be it from me to tell you otherwise.
Can I have the code for the outbound research division?
The bullpen for the telephone division falls under Mr. Turner's domain, and he prefers to keep that to himself. My only dealings with him is through the company mail system.
Turn doesn't trust you.
It's my understanding that Mr. Turner lost his government position due to information about him being leaked. Ever since then, he's been very particular about office protocols.
I should get back to work.
Before you do, let me ask you a question. Have you ever taken the time to stroll the docile woods?
Nope.
Well, that wasn't the answer I was looking for, but I suppose I should have assumed based on your attire. Off you go!
Looks like these mail slots connect to the bullpen on the other side.
All inter-agent communication must be approved by yours truly.
Out of order. Guess I'll have to hold it. Do you mind if I take this bottle?
Ah, yes. This here's the least practical disappearing ink you'll ever meet. It shows up at room temperature and disappears in the heat.
That sounds very useless.
Oh, it is. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Numi Kovacs.
Well, you must be the latest Oi boy.
Oi?
Outside intelligence? Oi. Listen, kid, if you want to stand out and be seen as spectacular, it's best that you take to our office vernacular. Let me introduce myself. Hab Applecott's the name. Equipping agents is my claim to fame. You need gadgetry, you come to me. Forgery, too. I'll make you an honorary degree.
Do you have any advice on how I can get some field work?
Around here, that's unfortunately Horace's domain. And between you and me, that's a downright shame. He won't use my inventions, says he's found better kinds. But that's only because he pockets everything he finds. If I were in charge, I'd send him on a permanent vacation. But Turn won't do it. I think he fears retaliation.
Could you help me replace Horace in the field?
Well, Horace is more a pain than I'd like to admit. Too loose with his lips and totally lacking in wit. But going out on a limb for a perfect stranger? Why, a stunt like that could put my job in danger.
I promise to return the favor.
And what makes you think you'll be around to repay? Turn's fired assistants after only one day.
I'll charm him with my good looks.
Turn hasn't shown interest in anyone in years. Giving an answer like that just confirms all my fears.
I'm super strong, like a bull.
A scrapbook is all that you need to be lifting. Muscles won't make you better at grifting.
have no social life, so I'm always free to work well into the night.
Considering you're getting paid by the hour, that's not exactly a superpower.
I'm smart, practically a genius.
Intelligence is something that one has to prove. All right, go ahead and make your first chess move.
QB8 to QB7.
There's a pawn in that spot, you crazy cretin. One move in and you're already beaten.
How about a game of checkers instead?
That right there's an amusing joke, but I won't stick my neck out for the intellectually broke.
The peanut is neither a pea nor a nut. It's a legume.
Intelligence and knowledge aren't one and the same. Just spitting out trivia is both boring and lame.
What can I say to impress you today?
There's a step in the right direction. Keep bringing the rhymes and you might pass inspection.
I'll stand here for weeks on end, if that's what it takes to call you friend.
You've impressed me thus far, but how long can that last?
As long as it takes, I'll always outlast.
Rhyming a word with itself is a very weak move. If you want to impress me, you better improve. Let's try again. You've impressed me thus far, but how long can that last?
When you find out the answer, you'll be somewhat aghast.
When it comes to Western poetry, you're clearly a beast. Now how about a form that began in the East? The syllable count of 575 is a perfect way to keep the brain cells alive. Now, with a haiku, I'll be impressed through and through, and maybe help you.
We know what you need, so don't worry your dumb head, the early birds say.
Your poetic prowess has left me feeling quite awed. As a man of my word, I'll assist with your fraud. This fake ID should serve you just fine, but if anyone asks, the hands that made them were not mine.
Will this give me access to the photocopier?
Without an official tracker, there's little that card can do. If you want real privileges, you might try a switcheroo.
Who's gonna be dumb enough to fall for that?
Check another floor if you can't find someone nearby. As long as you stay persistent, you're sure to find your guy.
Thanks, Hab.
Well, there's a new side in an old place. Name's Horace. Horace Hells.
Hi, I'm Numi.
Numi. Another name I'm gonna have to learn to forget.
What do you mean?
Let me guess. New kid, fresh out of the academy, ready to travel the world and set it on fire. Problem is, Penderbrook's only got room for one field agent, and you're looking at
I have a lot to offer.
it. Oh, I'm sure you do. Once you realize all you're going to be doing is answering phones and ordering lunches, you'll go somewhere else, just like always. Why don't I save you some time? The Bellows Agency just opened an outfit across town and are looking to poach as many of our agents as they can. Why don't you give her a call? Head off to greener pastures.
If you're such a big shot, how about you show me the ropes?
I don't need to prove myself to you.
Or maybe you don't have anything to offer.
Okay, here's one. A good spy knows how to get things out of reach. But a great spy knows how to keep things out of reach. Take a look at this jacket of mine. Seems pretty normal, right?
I guess.
Well, I had every pocket made up with 2 sleeves. That way no one can pickpocket me without raising a ruckus. I call it the double-decker. Might even get a patent for it after I retire.
I bet I could pick your pocket without you noticing.
All right, hotshot. Give it a go. Whoa there, those are some busy hands.
Sorry.
Why don't you beat feet and go work on your technique?
Can I try picking your pocket again?
Can't see the harm in that.
Oh, wow.
What's that?
Nothing. I just realized that there's no way I'm ever going to be able to steal this thing without you noticing.
That's what I've been saying. This double-decker's gonna make me a fortune. Wait a sec.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just thought my pocket felt different for a sec. But my card's still in there. I can feel it in the bottom.
Thank you, Horace Hayes. Not a bad idea, but I really should try calling this number first.
ACI Limited.
Hi, I'd like to apply for a job, please.
One moment.
This is Cynthia Bellows. To whom am I speaking?
Numi Kovacs. I'm looking for a job, preferably in the field.
Kovacs. I don't seem to have anything in my Rolodex on you.
That's because I'm a good spy. I know how to cover my tracks.
Challenge accepted. Please hold. Kovacs, knew me. Born November 13th, 1957 to Sydney and Lucretia Kovacs. No professional experience, but graduated top of her class at the Le Carre Institute for Exceptional Spies. Excellent at hand-to-hand combat and field-based reconnaissance, but passed over for government service due to a total disregard for menial tasks. Things haven't changed much, it seems. If you were a man, they would have just called you ambitious. Surprised they hired someone like you in the first place. Turn's basically running a call center over there, isn't he?
You know Turn?
Know him? We used to be partners.
Professionally or romantically?
Perhaps you do have the makings of a bloodhound. But no, our relationship was strictly professional. At least on my end.
What do you mean by that?
Just be careful how you deal with Turn. He can be a bald-faced liar when his back's against the wall.
Good to know.
Tell me why you want to work for me.
I want to learn from the best.
Aren't you the smooth talker? But the work we do here is very dangerous, and it wouldn't be fair to bring in a total newbie.
Numi.
What?
My name. It's pronounced Numi.
No. Look, I don't envy you. Messing around with people's lives on behalf of a big corporation isn't exactly taking the high road. But if you want to build a name for yourself, you gotta make the most of the path you're already on.
And what path is that?
I think you know.
Yeah.
One last thing. Do you happen to know anything about the Docilio Group?
I think I've heard it mentioned before.
They wouldn't like hearing that.
Who are they?
Let's just say that if you think that office is holding you back, you'll be floored when you see what they're up to.
What are they up to?
If you're half the spy you say you are, you'll find out soon enough. Take care, Numi. I'll be in touch when the time is right.
Thought you might want to take a look at this.
Do you have what it takes to be a Bellows bloodhound? So Horace has you doing his dirty work for him?
I'm not sure what you mean. It's just a job flyer.
He knows what it means. You tell him he's already making more than he deserves. And if he's not happy with that, then he should just go ahead and do it already.
Do what? Exactly?
None of your business. Just get that flyer out of my face.
A 100 copies of this flyer should do the trick. Perfect. That font's pretty hard to read.
It's not a font, it's a foreign film from Japan.
Well, yeah, I knew that. The Japanese language also has fonts, and this one's pretty hard to read. Good movie?
Utterly breathtaking. It's almost 20 years old and still ahead of its time.
I'd love to see it.
Well, it's very hard to get a hold of. Have to be in the right circles, which you're obviously not.
Would you mind delivering these papers to the workers in the bullpen?
All communications with senior agents must be vetted through moi.
Oh, I don't think that's really necessary. It's just a bunch of flyers for...
What's this? An employment opportunity at a rival agency? Who put you up to this? It was Turn, wasn't it? The old washout's testing me to see if I'll slip. I had a feeling he had some of the old rogue in him. Tell him I send my thanks for all the free paper. It'll make a perfect lining for my raven's bird cage.
Looks like the copier's out of ink. Maybe Hab can help me out. Maybe this invisible ink will do the trick. Here we go. 100 top secret invisible job flyers. Hey, I found this stack of blank paper lying around. I was thinking they might be more useful in the bullpen.
Capital idea. I'll send them through their mailbox right away. What magic is this? The cool breeze from this air conditioner seems to be printing words right onto these blank sheets.
Huh, that's impossible.
It appears that Mr. Turner is still trying to test me to see if I'm on my game. Well, not this time. I'll use these to make a paper-mache piñata in his likeness. Then we'll see who has the last laugh.
Here we go. 100 top secret invisible job flyers. Excuse me, Mr. Penderbrook? Turn wants you to deliver this stack of paper to the bullpen.
I'm not falling for that again. Do me a favor and kindly toss them in the trash on your way out.
He actually told me you'd say that, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Wait a minute. If Mr. Turner is trying to toy with me, he wouldn't try the same game twice, would he?
I'm not really sure. I kinda just met him.
He made a request that these sheets be delivered. If they're tainted like the others, then I'm in my right to withhold them.
Absolutely.
But if they're not, then I'd be in breach of my duties as office manager. Oh, what a sordid little game you're playing, Mr. Turner.
Why don't you hold them up under that vent to see if they change like last time?
Spotless. Very well, Miss Kovacs. Tell your supervisor that not only will I deliver this stack of sheets to the bullpen, but I shall make sure that every single agent receives one.
Oh, that'll show him.
Indeed it shall, Miss Kovacs. Indeed it shall.
I wish there was an easier solution for this, but our entire staff quit this morning. Not to mention that we have an agent lost in the field. He could be injured, or worse.
It really does seem inconsiderate for you to drag...
Well, at least there's one agent that Thornton hasn't driven to quit.
Noomi Kovacs, meet Arthur Penderbrook, head of Penderbrook Motors.
Pleasure.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Noomi here is my latest assistant. She's very, punctual, usually. Oh, I can also attest to the fact that she knows how to use a phone.
High praise indeed.
Well, thanks to you, she's our second best agent at the moment.
Daddy, you can't think that I'm responsible for this mess.
Keeping this office staffed is your job, as is maintaining the tracking system that lost Horace in the field.
I'm telling you, it works. It's just that the system thinks he's still in the building.
How can that be?
Actually, right now it says he's in front of us, where Miss Kovacs is standing.
Care to explain that, Miss Kovacs?
Well, I found Horace's card. It was in the washroom.
What were you doing in the men's washroom?
Cleaning it?
She's obviously lying. Just the other day, she was asking me about photocopier privileges. She stole it.
If that's the case, I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go.
With extreme prejudice.
Aren't we being a little hasty here? I mean, isn't duplicity the entire basis of our profession?
I think it's more complicated than that.
Now, Noomi here may not be the best at outbound research. To be honest, she's not even that punctual. Just the other day, I told her to take a break, and she didn't come back for 30 minutes, maybe an hour. But she did manage to lift valuable items from one of our top agents. And that shows tremendous potential in the field. And that's why you should send her to retrieve Horace instead of me.
Seriously? I can't believe this is actually happening.
We can't send a new recruit unaccompanied into the unknown, especially when another agent might be in danger.
Horace is a big boy, and I haven't been in the field in over a decade.
May I interject here? Mr. Turner, I don't think you understand the level of threat Sebastian's invention has on us. If this invention gets out, this company will fold in a matter of months.
That's a little dramatic, don't you think?
I'm afraid he's not exaggerating. If he's perfected what he's working on, everything we've built will be obsolete.
And you'll be forced to apply for work at the Bellows Agency.
All right, I'll do it.
Seriously? Wow. This is great.
Excellent. Horace was last seen entering Rev Inc.'s headquarters on a small island northeast of Tahiti. Your mission...
Ah! You have no idea how long I've been waiting to hear those words. Sorry. Keep going.
Your mission. Enter the Rev Inc. facility, locate Horace, and assist him in any remaining objectives before extraction.
Finally! Why did you stop? We're almost there.
Is there anything you want to say to me?
Thanks for bringing me along?
I know what you did.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Turn.
Didn't think you had it in you, convincing an entire office to up and quit their jobs. If only you could handle recon the way you handled them.
Thank you.
That wasn't a compliment, just an observation.
I think that's all in the eye of the beholder.
You think you're a real spitfire, don't you?
How come you didn't tell Penderbrook?
Because he would have fired you on the spot. And that would mean heading back into the field on my own. Better to let you go after the mission.
You're going to fire me?
There's nothing more useless than an agent you can't trust.
You didn't give me much of a choice.
I gave you a job, an easy, laid-back job.
I don't want things to be easy.
So, you're an adrenaline junkie.
No, I want to do something important. Make the world better for being in it.
Well then, I hope that's something you're able to find in your next line of work. You want to do something important? Stay here and guard this boat.
But it could be dangerous. You'll need someone to go with you. Watch your back.
That's true. If only I had someone I could trust.